All right. I want you to get loud. For each and every one of these anglers, here's our first. He started the day in 10th place. He's from Spring, Texas. Hugh Cosquella. Come on through. Hugh is registered for all 3 events in the BassPro.com Bassmaster Northern Opens. That means he could be 2022 Bassmaster Classic eligible if he wins this thing. You do have to fish all 3. Of course, 2022 Bassmaster Classic on Lake Hartwell. All right. Oh, Hugh's just going to jump off the back. He didn't. Heck, he's a big, tall guy. He doesn't need any stairs. I don't need no stinking stairs. All right, 30 pounds and 5 ounces. He needs 5, 13. Take the lead. I'm not going to lie. All these anglers have a limit of fish. Today's weight for Hugh. He will be a new leader. 10 pounds, 11 ounces. 10, 11. All right, show him what you got, Hugh. With 41 pounds even, Hugh takes the lead. All right. All right, put them back in there. Do me a favor, just hand that bag right off. Young men, give these junior anglers a big round of applause. Help them take care of the fish. Grab that mic right there. I'm going to talk to you, man. This is where it gets good. All right, great week, man. Can't complain.
Definitely can't complain. I'm here on Championship Saturday at Bass Pro Shops.
Wonderful. Paid. It's a long drive to come up from Spring, Texas. I appreciate you making that investment.
Yeah, I'm lucky I made it here in one piece. Trailer made it, all 4 tires, so that's a plus from last year. Blew up, so here, got paid, get points. Hope to be in the money in New York twice.
How old a guy are you? I'm curious. You look kind of young. I'm guessing you're under 25, maybe?
Good guess, 22.
Nice, young man. Tell us about the baits. Everyone's coming out. We haven't really been able to talk to you a lot. Of course, you guys don't say a lot on the first 2 days. Tell me about the baits. People want to go into the Bass Pro Shops and snatch them up.
Yeah, so I was kind of on a couple different patterns. Starting out in the morning on a mayfly hatch, I was throwing a buzzbait, stroker craw, 6-cent stroker craw on the back of it. Then start dragging it with the drop shot with a shaky worm. And then end the day, I was throwing a mag draft to see if I could get a bigger bite. Kind of hurt me the past 2 days. The wind didn't blow. I had an early check-in yesterday, so didn't get that big bite that I needed yesterday and today, so it's all right.
Great week for you. Give him a big round of applause. Fine young angler. Congratulations. Hey, bud, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to ask you, be careful. It's kind of close. These stages are a little small up here. When you get to the Elite Series, which I think you will, the stage gets a lot bigger. All right? Great job. Give him a round of applause one more time. Hugh settling on down, and we got our next angler rolling on through. He is a 2021 Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He won a BassPro.com Bassmaster Central Open on Louisville Lake last year. Put your hands together for Team Days, Tommy Williams. Tommy. Come on up, man. Oh, do you got another 8-pound, 7-ounce fish in that bag? No. No pressure. Tommy did. He had that Phoenix Boats big bass. I mentioned it earlier. 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Day number 2. He's currently in 10th place. Nowhere to go but up with 30 pounds, 7 ounces. He has a 5-fish limit. All these anglers had a limit. All right. Let's see what we got. Come on. Looking for 10-10 to take the lead. 11 pounds, 11 ounces, a new leader.
Go ahead and bring him over here. Yep. Perfect. 2 or 1. Huh? 2 or 1. 2.
All right, we're going to show you a little something, something. There we go. 42 pounds, 2 ounces. That's your new leader from Shepherdsville, Kentucky. We had 37 states and countries represented in the pro division. All right. Get these fish back into the AFCO Yamaha live release boat. Dude, everybody wants to know, watching on Bassmaster.com, what a great crowd here at the Bass Pro Shops. 8-pound, 7-ounce, James River, Chickahominy River. Giant fish, what'd you catch it on?
Well, you sure I'm supposed to tell you now?
Absolutely. This is what we've been waiting for. Look at these people that came out.
No, I did. I caught a great big fish yesterday. That fish weighed 8 pounds and 7 ounces. What a James River fish. My gosh. I caught that fish on spinnerbait, folks. I caught that fish about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I culled out a 14-ouncer with it. So that was a pretty good cull for me. Without that fish, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. And man, Chris, look at this crowd out here.
What a great they always turn out here, man. They do. Definitely. Give yourself a big round of applause.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Spinnerbait all week, some other baits mixed in. What were you doing?
I've been fishing cypress trees all week. Isolated cypress trees, especially when the tide was coming up.
Hold the mic a little closer.
A little close, yeah. When the tide was coming up, the fish was gravitating more toward the base of the trees, and the trees would get current around them, and it created a current break. And you could throw a spinnerbait down the side of it. You could put a jig or a brush hog or something down the side of it, and you caught a lot of little ones. You had to weed through them, but then all at once, you could catch a 12-incher, you could catch a 5-pounder. It really didn't matter which one it was. And you could find the trees that had a couple feet of water on them, and if you fished enough of them, and you got the good bites.
All right, well, great week for you. You're going to take the hot seat. Anyone else you want to thank for the last minute here before we send you into the hot seat here?
Oh, of course. My family's back home watching right now, and
it takes that support, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Without the family support, you can't have anything. And I can't thank my wife enough. I know her and the family's watching right now. I got the good folks at Days Marine right now, and the good folks at Lawrence at Navico is watching right now. And without the support of those folks, it makes it possible for us to be here and do this. So.
Great stuff. Always good to see you, my friend, especially on Championship Saturday. Going to ask you to take a seat if you don't mind. Give it up for Tommy Williams. Mike Hicks is rolling on up, a local favorite. All right. Come on, Mike. He's a local favorite. Who's here to see some Mike Hicks? Oh, he had 31 pounds and 2 ounces after 2 days of competition. He has a limit of fish. We know everybody does. He needs 11 pounds, 1 ounce to take the lead. Throw him on in there. This is going to be close. Judging from the size of that bag. Turn around, say hello to folks. Give him a big round of applause. 12 pounds, 11 ounces, a new leader.
Go ahead, grab them. Take them over here just like the other day. Put them in there, hold a few up, and then once you're done holding them, I'm going to ask you to hand the fish off to the young anglers on the side, and then you're going to take this mic, but hold the mic close to your mouth when you talk, okay?
Oh, Mike Hicks, your new leader. Man, they're doing great. By the way, we're gonna take these fish back to the James River. Yeah. He's real particular.
Now you're going to hand them off, and then you're going to grab that mic.
43 pounds, 13 ounces for Mike Hicks. 3 days of competition. Okay, these are fun.
It is. It's the third time I've been here. So
I know. I mean, that's what I mean. You know the river. There's no question about it. Give some folks some keys to your success this week and just general tips that might help them out here on what can be a tough James River fishery.
Well, the main thing, I think, the tidal water fish tend to stay on the spawning grounds a lot longer than the fish in the lakes. So, you know, you can typically bet on they're going to be in the same spots from about April to June, about the second week of June anyway, typically. So, you know, my dad's fished the river for 40 years. You know, got a lot of history here, so just run a lot of spots. And when you get to that spawning ground, you just throw everything you got at them.
So it's spawning fish that you were mainly catching, you think?
Yeah, that and fry garters.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of fry around the trees, but I think some of the fish are still bedding.
So I'm a novice angler. I am a novice angler. I'm going to go out there on the James River. I got 3 baits right now, May of the year. I got 3 baits. What am I going to tie on?
A popping frog, a flipping bait, and a crankbait.
Good stuff. All right. Thank you. It's always great to see you. If you don't mind, I'm going to see you a little bit longer. Give it up, your new leader, Mike Hicks. All right, we're going to roll on up another one. He came, another Texas angler. Come on up, Justin Margraves. That's 2 Texas anglers all the way up here in Virginia cracking that top 10. Showing that no local knowledge, even though you got a guy like Mike Hicks in the lead right now, doesn't necessarily always play here to make a top 10. All right, pulling them through with those beautiful Toyota pickups. Reminder, this is a Toyota Bonus Bucks eligible event. That's bonus contingency money. Our highest finishing angler registered for Bonus Bucks will get $1,500. Our second, $1,000, no matter where they finish. Justin Margraves, come on up. All right, I need, 31 pounds, 2 ounces I need. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. No. We need 12-12 to take the lead. He's done it. 16 pounds and 9 ounces, a new leader.
Same routine, but then you'll hand the fish off to the kids after you're done, and then you're going to take this mic. Good day. You're kind of a fan of the James River.
Yeah, I mean, this place is incredible, honestly.
Right there.
Yeah, he's tatted up.
Your new leader, Justin Margraves. All right, Mike, we're going to have to say goodbye, but I'm sure Bass Media wants to talk to you, okay? All right, man. Grab that mic. We don't worry about little fish stuff on the mic. That's all. That's part of this business. Talk to the folks out here, folks watching on Bassmaster.com. So how many days in your life have you spent on the James River? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm guessing not a lot, but I don't know for sure.
I spent 4 days, 3.5 days total practice. So.
And never been here before?
Never been here before.
What? Not too shabby. There are some local sticks in this field. What? Do you think that lack of knowledge helped maybe a little bit?
It can for sure. I mean, there's been I've lost a bunch of tournaments on my home body of water whenever you know you should have won, you know, but history bites you. You know, we're here, you don't have that. So, you know, you find a couple areas that you feel like has got them, and you do your best to, you know, grind it out and catch them.
Was there any area you really settled in? I know a lot of anglers always here at the James River, Richmond, Henrico County, they make the big, long run. Did you commit to that, or did you just stay close by?
Well, yeah. So in practice, I spent all of my time in the Chickahominy, and it's got them. It's got big ones in it. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the bag that I thought I was going to catch on the first day. And my deal was I had so much help in that area, and I felt like it wasn't going to withstand the pressure of 3 days of fishing. So day 2, we just scrapped that, cut all that stuff off, retied some stuff, stayed north, and just tried the best to grind it out and got lucky.
What did you tie on? That's what everyone wants to know.
So first day I caught all of my fish on a spinnerbait, sandtone spinnerbait, and Strike King Thunder Cricket, all white. Second day, Strike King 1.5 was the go-getter for me.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Great job. Great week. Anyone else you'd like to thank right now?
Oh, no doubt, man. I got my wife right here with me. You know, my kids normally come, but they got school.
Yeah, missing those 2 little girls. All that energy in the mornings. That's great.
Right, but it's awesome, man. They support me, and it's amazing. And then, of course, you know, your sponsors. You couldn't be here without them. You know, we all talk about line, rod, reels, all that good stuff. Nobody really points out, like, I've never been here before in my life, and I've never put in at Osborne Park. But I turned them dang hummingbirds on, turned the map on, straight down. You know, you didn't have it to worry about anything. So that Mercury motor, Phoenix boat, hummingbird got me there. So
awesome stuff. Big round of applause. Your new leader all the way from Texas, Justin Margraves. He said you're going to put me in the sun. This is a spot where you'd like to get sunburned, like really sunburned, right? Bo Bolts Jr. from New Kent, Virginia. I knew they'd be out here. Come on through. Where's Bo? Come on, roll on through. Oh, man, the driver took a nap. You took too long, Justin. Hey, Steve, get those drivers on their game. Bo is from New Kent. Yeah, I could hook a brother up, man. With 31 pounds, 6 ounces, he's currently in 10th place. He has a limit of fish. All right. Holy cow, that safety first always. Safety first always, right? Nice and slow through that crowd of people. Well done. Well done.
Holy cow.
There he is. Woo! All right. He needs 16 pounds, 6 ounces after that big bag by Justin Margraves. All right, settling on down. Not going to be enough, but a great week. Always good to see Bo up here. 7 pounds, 4 ounces, 7-4.
Good? Yeah, man. Go ahead, put them in there. We're going to get a photo. Then we're going to talk to you. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right. Yeah, you're in charge of that. Good job. I don't know where that came from.
Put them in them. Where'd that weight come from? That's crazy. Huh? Awesome for everybody. But
Thank you for holding the flags there. Hold the flags. Who's responsible?
paint them off over there. I don't know where that came from. Grab that mic.
I don't know where that gust of wind came from, Bo. You blew in like a windstorm, Bo. Unfortunately, the bag didn't quite reflect that, did it? But it's a great week, man. You're a great angler here on the James River, and it's always good to see you.
Man, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. Didn't work out like a plan,
Hold it close. Hold the mic close.
but they got a little smaller. But I was happy to be here. I want to thank B.A.S. and all my friends and family. Thank y'all.
All right, great job. Anything that was key this week for you?
Hold it close. Hold it close.
Well, I mean, most like everybody else, flipping cypress knees, and if you could find some airhead pads with water on it, which was hard to do, you could catch a few fish.
Great job. Give it up for Bo. Awesome job. Sitting at 5th right now.
Get your receipt, Bo.
All right, we got another one rolling on through. Coming on up. He's from Richmond, Virginia. Nicholas Bodsford. All right, Nicholas has 33 pounds and 1 ounce. He has 33 pounds and an ounce. He has a 5-fish limit. He needs 14-11. 14-11. Come on up, Nick. No, come on around the front side. You know the drill. We'll talk to you in a minute. All right. 14-11 to take the lead. 17 pounds and 4 ounces. Woo!
When I get, you're gonna wait. You're gonna hold a couple up, then you're gonna put them in the bag, give them to the kids, and then you're gonna talk in this mic. Hold it close.
Oh my goodness! Holy! Whew! Man, the Richmond fans have showed up for you, Nicholas. All right, you might need 2 of you to carry that. Oh my goodness!
That one right there. Hold it close.
What a week, man. This has got to feel pretty special.
It does. It's nice to see some hard work finally pay off for once.
You've been working hard. You've been preparing, doing all your preparations. I know a lot of the anglers have invested a lot. You've invested a lifetime. I know I've known you for a long time, since you were actually a little kid, essentially. Dad's been around the sport. Super proud, front and center. Great, great fan base here. Just break down a few things, man. Break down the practice and tournament days and kind of how they played out.
Well, practice kind of just got thrown out the window, and every day I had to start over, and, you know, literally I didn't do the same thing one day. Like, I just made adjustments, and where I'd caught him the first day, it was muddy and high, and I ran back up the river and caught some fish up the river, you know, enough to have, like, whatever I had, 16-7. And, you know, today I scrapped everything and just went fishing, and it worked out. I mean, I lost a couple today that I think is going to hurt, but overall it was an awesome week.
Baits, tell us about the baits. Everyone wants to run into the Bass Pro Shops. Tell us about the baits.
The 2 that, I caught most of my fish on were a Lucky Craft 1.5, and then I caught them flipping on a Missile Baits D-Bomb.
Yeah, definitely seems like the crankbaits played. We've heard spinner baits a few times, and always when you come to a fishery like the James, flipping baits are going to be a factor. Anyone you want to thank before we put you in this hot seat and see how this thing shakes out? There's a lot of I forget, what were you in, 6th? 5th? Okay. So we got 4 more to go. It's going to be nerve-wracking, solid bag. I know there's some folks you want to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank all my sponsors, but one specifically, and that's Rapid Fishing Solutions. He's taken care of me from day one, and I couldn't do it without any of them, but especially Mickey Grant.
Great job, Nicholas. Let's head it right over there, and then stroll on over here. Take a seat. When you're settling on in, we're going to have our next angler. He's from Old Forge, Pennsylvania, Jonathan Kelly with an E. Jonathan has 33 pounds and 5 ounces. He's currently in 10th place. He needs 17-1 now to take the lead. $33.5, 17-1 to take the lead. He has a 5-fish limit. Jonathan Kelly, Old Forge, Pennsylvania. All right. Not going to be enough to take the lead, but let's try to move him up the leaderboard. Sitting in 10th right now. 8 pounds, 13 ounces, all the way up into 5th. A lot of money involved in that move. Go ahead, grab him.
Put him back in, put him in there just like you have been doing. Turn around with a couple. Then when you put him back in the bag, give him to the kids here. And then grab this mic and hold this mic close to your mouth.
Yeah. 5th place right now, Jonathan Kelly. Again, I want to thank all the volunteers, these young anglers, all the adults. We had marshals out there today on the water. Big thank you to all the volunteers involved. Jonathan, very successful week, no matter how this shakes out.
Yeah, it was a really good week. I was honestly on one of the best practices of my life. And after about Monday came, a lot of things started changing. So a lot of the stuff that I was working in practice, I basically threw out the window for this tournament. And every day I caught fish doing something different, fishing a different way. I really was relying on the tide, and every day that tide was getting away from me about an hour. So today was obviously my toughest day for that reason. And I'm just happy to have the weight that I did have all week. And I'm very happy to be here and hope with the top 10 finish.
Nice. Well done. Awesome job. Any one key you think that really made a difference? I mean, again, folks, you don't understand. We started out with 224 pro anglers, and this young man is in 5th place right now. What a job.
I mean, one thing I did that was different than a lot of people, especially on that first day, when it got real tough right from the start, everyone you saw out there was fishing really slow, typically throwing spinning rods or just flipping baits. I kept throwing power-moving baits, and I mainly threw a chatterbait, a buzzbait, and crankbait. But the biggest key to it was just slowing down, and I was literally crawling a crankbait and a chatterbait on the bottom so slow, I was barely turning the handle of my reel.
So you're not using the finesse baits, but kind of a finesse technique for the baits you were using.
Yeah, you'll see it in the picture that I held up for the top 10 baits. My chatterbait was more of a finesse chatterbait. The skirt was cut down on it. I had a small trailer on it.
Yeah, and the folks, and I appreciate you doing that, and all the anglers getting up early, getting out to Osborne Landing, getting those photos. And the folks, you can go on to Bassmaster.com probably in the next 48 hours and see that photo gallery, description, all the baits. Great, great stuff that the Bass writers and photographers do. Awesome job. Congratulations. One more time. Big round of applause.
Thank you.
All right. He was our day one leader with over 21 pounds of fish. He's from Maryland. Put your hands together for Greg Alexander. Greg, a great angler, vast experience, especially see him a lot with the Bass Nation, very involved over the years with that. He's sitting in 10th right now with 34 pounds, 6 ounces. How are we doing, Nicholas? All right. All right. Greg. We got the young gun here and kind of, I'm not going to say the old, but the seasoned vet coming on up, our day one leader. I really want to hear about how day one went down. I think day two wasn't solid too, 13 pounds, I believe, something like that. A good day today. Watch the scales. He needs 16 pounds, though. 13 pounds, even another 13-pound bag.
Bring him over here just like we have been doing. Stick him in there. Hold a couple up.
Going to move Greg into 3rd place right now with 47 pounds and 6 ounces. Oh, a big girl.
There you go.
Nicely done. Look at that.
No, just overall. If you want to know the weight, you can do that. Okay, go put it in your hand to kids. Then you're going to get this mic, but hold it close to your mouth, okay, Greg? Ooh. Right here.
21 pounds and change. Day number 1. Man, you had to be feeling great when you got off the water and you pull up the standings at the end of the day, and there's Greg Alexander at the top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost surreal. You think there's 225 guys here. I've never been to the river before. My expectations, they're always good. You think, well, I'd like to win. Practice, I had like one 18-pound day, and every other day was like 12 to 14
Nice and
pounds.
close, nice and close.
Like 12 to 14 pounds.
There you go.
So I expected 13 to 15 a day, maybe. If I got lucky, I could make the cut. But the first day just went right. Fished through a little area, caught 5 little fish. I don't think the biggest one was 1.5 pounds. And I went and fished another little area, and I thought, I'm going to go back through there. And I went back through there, and I caught a 5 and a 3. And I thought, well, that's pretty good. And then I worked my way up the river, and of course, the tide was up a lot better the first day. The last 2 days, it really got out far and kind of freaked the fish's heads out. And I worked up the river and flipped up on a duck blind and caught a 6-pounder. And I thought, well, ain't this something? And I mean, I was on cruise control the first day. It just, when everything's going right, it's going right. Next 2 days were kind of a struggle for me. Today, I caught like 20 fish, but I bet you 10 of them didn't weigh 1.25 pounds. Just a whole different day. Tide really blew out, never came in last night. Caught them good on the first day. Was a Bugs Island Killer cheeseburger jig. My good friend Steve Roberts makes those jigs, and I've won several tournaments on them over the years. And every fish I weighed in the first day came on that cheeseburger jig with a green pumpkin max scent meaty chunk on the back of it. And if they touched it, they ate it. I mean, they wanted it bad. And then the second day, only 2 of my weigh fish came on that jig. They just weren't hitting it. The wind laid down. The tide got way out. Water kind of cleared up a little bit. So I had to pull out a Senko to kind of finish my day. Black blue Senko. Had, 13 something yesterday. And today, everything I weighed in today came on a shaky head. I mean, I had to change again because it just.
You adapted, it sounds like. Everything changed day to day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not from here, so I didn't know what to fall back on. So I just kept getting my bait smaller and smaller, you know, because as conditions got worse. And fortunate, caught that one big one today, which, you know, kind of bumped my weight up a little bit.
Great job. Great stuff. Greg Alexander. Big round of applause. And there were 2. Come on through. He was the 2020 Falcon Rods Angler of the Year, co-angler of the year, Jeff Queen. He took advantage of it by fishing the pro division this year. Here he is making a top 10, sitting in second place on championship Saturday behind Brandon Palaniuk, the prodigy. All right, Jeff, come on, man. We got some work to do. All right, come on, Jeff. Jeff giving away free samples out there, I guess. You need 15-2, Jeff. He had a good day. I was watching it on Bass Track. $15-2 you need. Going to be close. Watch the scales, folks. 15 pounds even. What? My goodness. You doing all right? Okay. Man. Whew. 2 ounces.
Hand those off. Come talk to me, man. Hold this real close to your mouth, real close.
What'd you think? I mean, you knew it was going to be close, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be close. I knew I had around 15 pounds.
You did have 15, not around it.
Yeah, I had a good day. Right at the very end of the day, I stopped right across from the boat ramp and was able to catch my biggest fish. So Bass Track wasn't quite keeping up with that one. So
that's right. Made a little difference right there at the end.
It did.
Whew.
It did. It was a good call right at the end. I thought maybe that might be enough, but of course it wasn't. So
Great week for you.
Yep.
Key baits.
I used a lot of, I just handed out some of the tungsten finesse jigs. I had to go really, really small profile this week up in the day when it seemed like it would get really tough once the sun got up. Early, I was using a switchblade on a tungsten jig. It's a Queen Tackle product that we make, me and my son.
Yep.
And
of course, your son fishes the Bassmaster Elite Series.
He does.
Some say he's not the best angler in the family, though.
Well, maybe not. I was hoping to get to compete against him at the Classic this year, but, looks like I'll have to do it again some other tournament.
You got some opportunity still.
I still got some, yes, sir.
So the switchblade, a jig, anything else that you think made a difference? Was there a particular color of that jig, or did you rotate through a few different?
Yeah, the nice thing about that switchblade is I can it'll actually switch to any type of swim jig. You can go from any it actually attaches to the swim jig. So when I was in dirty water, I could put it on a purple jig, like a June bug type jig. It worked really well. And then I'd run up the river later in the day, and it would kind of clear up there, and I could go back with like a more of a green pumpkin or a white. And so that switchblade allows you to switch up all your different
Simply
jigs.
like a snap. A snap just switches it out?
It's got two little things, little flaps on it. You pull them up, the bar comes up, you put your jig on it, pop them right back down, and you make a
How long does it
jig.
take you to change one?
I can do it in about 30 seconds. KJ can do it in about 14.
Wow. Very cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
Anyone else you want to thank? I mean, obviously, awesome season last year fishing as a co-angler, stepping up your game, coming here as a pro. Got to be super happy with this finish.
Absolutely, and I want to thank Falcon Rods for making it possible. They really stepped up, helped me out, because I was co-angler of the year, so I got to actually fish this for free. So any money I get is just pocket money, and I go to the
It was house money, so to speak.
I like house money. That talks. Yeah, I like house money. So great deal, and so I really thank Falcon Rods and all the guys that make this possible for us.
Great stuff. Give it up. Jeff Queen, well done. All right, man. This guy has caught a few bass. He's held a few trophies over the years. He's part of Team Skeeter Yamaha. He comes all the way from Idaho to fish with bass. He's an Elite Series pro and Elite Series champion, Brandon Pelenick. He has a limit of fish. Whew. All right, we doing all right, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say, if I got to lose to someone, I'm perfectly content with it being Brandon.
He's a hammer.
He is, and he's a great friend, too. So.
Oh, no, that doesn't look good, does it? He's looking for 14.5 to add to his 36-1 to take this trophy and take this championship. The first stop of the BassPro.com Bassmaster Northern Opens on the James River, Richmond, Virginia, Henrico County. Glad to be here. Glad for all of your help and support, all the volunteers. This is what it comes down to. Then there were two. He needs 14.5. 14.5 to take the championship. 17 pounds and 1 ounce. Your champion, Brandon Pelenick. What, Nicholas, what outstanding job, my friend. There he is, your champion. Woo! Not nearly as exciting as Jeff and Nicholas, but pretty exciting stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I've fished the James River 5 times now in the Northern Opens. This is my 4th final day. I've come close. I've been trying to get this monkey off my back for a while now. And dang, it feels good. But it kind of hurts a little bit because I had to beat my little buddy to do it.
Yeah, he's been around the sport with his dad for a long time, following it, fishing, and yeah, great young angler for sure.
There's a really cool backstory between me and Nicholas. So he actually rode with me the first time. Like, he's rode with me, I don't know how many times now, 3 or 4 times in the Bassmaster Classic. Like, rode around with me, and pretty much every single time he's rode around with me, I've crushed him. Like, I'll have a terrible first day, he'll ride with me day 2, and I'll catch 22 to 25. And so it's been really cool to get to know him just over the years and get to see him slowly climb that leaderboard and get better and better. And he's got plenty of time to win more of these. I'm getting older. Oh, gosh, what a...
Man, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first BassPro.com Bassmaster Open win.
First Open.
Nice. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna. Those Elite Series guys are pretty good. But you beat over twice as many anglers right here this week.
No, I honestly believe that it is sometimes harder to win an Open because the quality of local anglers that we go to. We've got co-anglers, so that's another variable in the system. And then it's just like you have really good quality people. You've got a bigger field. James River's a tough fishery because it's tidal and it's always moving up and down. And I mean, there's only one guy to ever win every single thing at the levels of bass. So that's a Bass Nation Championship, a Classic, an AOI, an Elite, and an Open. I've got all but one.
You got one left, man.
I got one left, and that's coming.
And you're about 3 weeks away, right?
Yeah, it's coming up in June down in Texas. It's going to be on Ray Roberts. But
I think, what do you think, folks? I think whether he gets it in 3 weeks, he's going to get it, I believe, someday for sure. Want to do some holding? You want to hold something up for a minute?
I do. I kind of want to hold that trophy.
This is the best part of the sport, in my opinion. Your champion of the BassPro.com Bassmaster Northern Open on the James River, Brandon Palaniuk. Nicely done. Nicely done. Those ones are pretty heavy too, aren't they? All right, set it right here, man. Or if you can hold it, if you want to continue to hold it. Okay, you look good with it. You look good with it.
It's not quite as heavy as an Elite trophy, but it's definitely stout. It's stout. It's more stout in its meaning.
That's right,
This one
man.
means a
That's
lot.
right. Good. I like that. More stout in its meaning. All right, well, a lot of people make this thing happen for you. I'm sure there's some more shout-outs that you want to give, some people you want to thank.
First and foremost, my fiance, Tiffany McCall. She's over there shooting photos. I'm actually going to put this down.
It is heavy. I told you.
Yeah, I mean, it's heavy enough for one-handed. First and foremost, I got to give her thanks. They actually watched me, her and Kevin Ledoux and his wife, Kara, watched me pretty much all day today.
That's cool.
And just had a magical last hour and a half. And huge thanks to Skeeter and Yamaha. The first day I stopped and I got fuel because I wasn't sure and I wanted to play it safe. Yesterday, I caught all my fish in the last hour. I had 3 fish with an hour to go, and I caught 22 pounds in the last hour. And I knew it was because of the incoming tide, so I looked at my Marshall today, and I said, man, low tide is at 12:35. We're going to have 25 minutes of incoming tide. We're going to push it to the last minute. I'm not getting fuel. I didn't get fuel yesterday, and I made it.
There wasn't any to get.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
There's one place on the water. One place was out, and one place had water or had fuel on the water. And I decided to chance it today again, and I pushed it to the last minute. And I think I won it in the last 5 minutes. I had 2 1.25 pounders, and I culled them out with 2 2.5 pounders. And that was probably the difference maker right there.
Let's bring Tiffany up and get some photos, man. And come on. Oh no, here, I'll take over.
Bella's like, no, I'm not coming. Bella will come up here. Come on, Bella.
You know, I got to give her credit too, man. It was day 2. It was like 30 degrees out there, and she was standing there through that almost hour fog delay.
She stood through that, and then today, this morning, I left and launched myself at Blastoff, and she packed the camper up so that we can head to Gunnersville. So as soon as we're done here, we're hitting the road and heading to Gunnersville.
That's the support you need. Great job. $52,000. Great week here. Give it up for Brandon Palaniuk, your champion. Of course, Cody Stahl won our co-angler side. We'll have checks here shortly, brief awards ceremony. I want to thank everyone for coming out, all the Bass sponsors, of course, our great team here at the Bass Pro. We'll see you next time. I think we're coming back.